Ramachandra Raghunatha, Ramachandra Jagannatha, Ramachandra Raghuvira, Ramachandra Ranadhira. Everyone a bit louder. Ramachandra Mama Bandhu, Ramachandra Daya Sindhu. Ramachandra Raghunatha, Ramachandra Jagannatha. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Shri Ram. Everyone. Jai Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Shri Ram. Jai Sitaram Lakshman Bhakta Hanuman. Sitaram Lakshman Bhakta Hanuman. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. युगधर्म हरिनाम संकीर्तन की, श्री राम नवमी महोत्सव की, जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. How many of you are coming for the first time? Raise your hands. Okay. So we'll chant some prayers. So you all can repeat after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langhayate girim yat kripatam vande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. So very happy to be here amongst all of you, and it's very nice to see that so many devotees come together to hear Krishna Katha, Ram Katha. It's not ordinary. It's not ordinary for sure. Because whenever we come together and hear Krishna Katha, basically Lord's pastimes, sing the glories of the Lord, you know what? Sitting at one place, we are creating auspiciousness for the entire world. That's the glory. Now how it works, we don't know. But it works. Because it is Shastric, given in Vedic scriptures. So today's topic is life lessons from Ramayana. So we'll see some essential principles of life, especially for devotional service, from Ramayana by great Valmiki. And we dedicate this presentation to A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. It's only by his mercy today we have in a sports complex, in one hall, sitting together, converting that hall into a temple. It's only by his mercy. These centers are called as jet age centers. And we have all professionals sitting and hearing. Sometimes I feel if some traditional Kathakar enters our center, looking at the presentation and the style in which we give classes, maybe he'll faint. This is still okay, where we have some lines written on the slide. Sometimes we'll have pie diagram, flow chart, and all that. What to do? Our background is techie, so presentation is techie. What to do? Hmm? And it's by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada that the glories of the Lord is spread all around the world. That is the greatest contribution of Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Bhagavad Gita, Ramayana, all this was restricted to India. And see by His mercy how it has grown everywhere all around the world. So let's begin today's session by offering prayers to Lord Ram. Y'all can come closer, in between so much of space is there. Yes, everyone. Mataji also, come till here. And the parents should make sure the kids don't make noise. It's parents' responsibility. You can come till here. Yes, come. Okay. And during Katha, just hear. Don't chant Hare Krishna on beats. You cannot do multitasking. Okay, let's begin. Please repeat after me. This is a wonderful prayer glorifying Lord Ramachandra. Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedhase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha. So different personalities will call Lord Ram with these different names. You know who calls him by name Ram apart from us? In Ram Leela? Who calls him as Ram? Huh? Dashrath Maharaj. Dashrath Maharaj calls him, hey Ram. Ramabhadra. The other Brahmanas who are there, they say, oh Ramabhadra. Ramachandra. All the three mothers, Kaushalya, Kaikeyi and Sumitra, all of them will say, hey Ramachandra. His face is so beautiful. It's like the moon. Hey Ramachandra. Vedhase, Vashishta Muni, Vishwamitra Muni, they would call him as Vedhase. Raghunatha, who will call him as Raghunath? Yes, especially the soldiers of Ayodhya, they will call us Raghunath. Nath, only Nath. Okay, Sita is there, yes, she says Nath. But along with that, Sugriva and all the Vanarsenas, oh, our master, Nath. सीतापति, ये थोड़ा ट्रिकी है, देखते हैं who can answer. सीतापति, Sita. Janak Raj will say that my son-in-law has come. You know who would call as Sitapati? The ladies of Ayodhya, they'll look at Sitapati, he is going. They'll not call him as Ram, Ram is going. Sitapati is going. So in this way, we see that Lord Ram has so many wonderful names, and every name called by every single person is called with so much of love and affection, depending on their relationship with Lord Ram. Everything was really very wonderful. This was after the marriage of Lord Ram and Sita, Lord Ram and Mother Sita. And both of them so happy. And looking at the happiness of Sri Sita and Ram, the entire Ayodhya was very happy. So much of opulence, so much of bliss, so much of satisfaction. And when it was announced by Dasharath that next day Lord Ram will be enthroned, he will become the throne. So everyone was very happy. There was a great celebration. But one person was not happy. And that was? No, Kaikeyi, she was not there in picture. Yes, someone was standing on the terrace and seeing what's happening. Why everyone is happy? See, always see, whenever things are happy, there will be at least one person who will become sad looking at that. Because in this Kali Yuga, at least there will be one demon maybe in the family or in the friend circle or colleagues, whatever. They cannot tolerate others being happy. Vaishnavas are para dukkha dukhi. When someone is dukhi, naturally the Vaishnava becomes very dukhi. Like Srila Prabhupada, when he landed in Boston, When he got down from the ship, he saw everyone. And he was feeling so sad that what is the destination of these people? Where will these people go? They're all marching towards hell. I should save them. He was feeling very sad. But when Indians go to West, they're like, oh, such a wonderful place, heavenly place this is. But Prabhupada was feeling that's a hellish place. So he was feeling very sad. But people in general who are not practicing bhakti, when they see others sad, there is some sadistic happiness that people get. Para dukha sukhi. अच्छा लगता है किसी को दुख हो रहा है तो हाँ, very nice. And here was one lady who was standing up on the terrace and watching all the arrangement of the celebration, and her name, as you all rightly said, was Manthara. Manthara was sent by Janak Maharaj along with the hundreds of maid servants who came. Along with that, Manthara was also sent. She was a very ugly lady with a hunchback. And she was very close to Kaikeyi. उसका background check नहीं किया था, ऐसी रख ली है उसको. And what happened? She came running to Kaikeyi. Now let me tell about Kaikeyi first. Then we'll talk about their conversation. Lord Ram, in his childhood, would spend a lot of time with Kaikeyi rather than Kaushalya. And he would call Kaikeyi as Ma and Kaushalya as Badi Ma. And Kaikeyi also, she had so much of love and affection. So much of love and affection for Ram. And she would also treat him more than Bharat. So much of love, so much of love. So this is the background, remember this. So now Manthara, she entered Kaikeyi's room, Kaikeyi's palace I should say. Dashrath Maharaj had many, many queens. To be more precise, 353 queens. Because every time Parshuram would come to kill the Kshatriyas, Dashrath Maharaj would arrange a marriage. Because Parshuram had taken a vow that when marriage is going on, I will not kill that king. So 353, and 3 were principal. That is Kaushalya, Kaikeyi and Sumitra. Can you imagine? Each of them had a palace. I was reading in Ramayana that when Lord Ram was called by Dashrath to the palace of Kaikeyi, Lord Ram had to come in chariot to go from his palace to Kaikeyi's palace. I can imagine. It was not a 2 BHK flat or a 5 BHK villa. It was huge, huge. So she went to Kaikeyi's palace and she said, there is a disaster and you are resting here on the couch? Get up. And Kaikeyi said, what happened? Without telling you, Dashrath, he is planning to enthrone Ram as the king of Ayodhya. This is a great disaster. And at that time, Kaikeyi, she just heard Ram is going to become the king. So at that time, she immediately removed a beautiful necklace which she was wearing and she gave it to Manthara. Take, you had given such a wonderful news. And Manthara, in the same Bollywood or Tollywood style, she took the necklace and threw it down. Who wants your necklace? And now Kaikeyi is bewildered. Kaikeyi is asking, what's wrong with you? What is your problem? Why are you so envious of Ram? If you repeat again anything about Dashrath, anything about Kaushalya, I will pull out your tongue from your mouth. I'll cut your tongue. And then Manthara, she started saying, okay, anyways, I'll not speak. I'll not speak. I am a well-wisher of yours, but anyways, you don't want to hear from me, I'll not speak. And she continued speaking. And she said that if Ram is enthroned, this plan is going on, it's going on for many days. She was lying. It was that day only. Next day is supposed to be the coronation ceremony. And she's saying many days before this was planned. Did Dashrath tell you? And why do you think Bharat was sent to your father's place? Why? This was the plan of Dashrath to send him there and do the needful. And Dashrath tells that you are very dear to him, very dear wife. If you were really very dear, why didn't Dashrath come and tell you this news first? For your information, after finishing the arrangement, Dashrath was coming first to Kaikeyi only. But before that, this lady went and she's poisoning. And all this was going on. And then she said, anyways, I'll not talk. You don't want me to talk, right? I'll not talk. And she continued. And she said that anyway, see, if Ram becomes the king or Bharat becomes the king, how does it matter to me? I'll remain a dasi only. But if Ram becomes the king, Kaushalya will become the Rajamata. And you will become dasi. And anyways, for me, it doesn't matter. I'll still remain a dasi only. And Dashrath will give more importance to Kaushalya. He will not look at you also. And at this point of time, when Kaikeyi was hearing Manthara, her heart started changing. I should say, the pure milk was there, which was her heart. Now there was a drop of poison that got added. Does it matter 1 drop of poison or 10 drops of poison? Like say we keep 2 glasses of milk and we say that there's only 1 drop of poison in this and 10 drops of poison in this. Please choose one. Which one will you choose? आप बोलेंगे प्रभु जी आप ही पी लीजिए दोनों ग्लास. So you see, 1 drop is enough. And you know what happened? Slowly and steadily, Kaikeyi's faith on Lord Ram started deteriorating. This is the effect of the poisonous talk of Manthara. And Manthara stopped speaking. And now Kaikeyi, when her heart was poisoned, she started asking Manthara, "Oh Manthara, you are actually my savior. You are actually my savior. Tell me what to do now. I'm in a great crisis. What to do?" Can you imagine? You know, in the age of Kali Yuga, the characteristics of Kali Yuga are given very beautifully in Srimad Bhagavatam. It is said, Prayenal Payushya Sabhya Kalau Asmin Yuge Jana Manda Sumanda Matayo Manda Bhagya Hi Upadrata. In Kali Yuga, lifespan of everyone is very short. Do you agree? Everyone? Yes. Very short. Manda. People are very slow in learning about spiritual life. Sumanda Matayoho. It's very easy to misguide Kali Yuga people. You know why it is easy to misguide Kali Yuga people? Why? They are attracted to other things. Okay? हाँ, पहले से कुछ पता ही नहीं है. जो YouTube में देखा वही नॉलेज. कभी कभी क्लास के बाद लोग आते हैं प्रश्न पूछने के लिए तो बोलते हैं प्रभु जी व्हाट्सएप में ये मैसेज आया था वो कैसे वैलिड है क्या सही है क्या. अगर उनको रेफरेंस पूछो तो व्हाट्सएप और यूट्यूब का रेफरेंस देते हैं. बोलिए ये है कलियुग का जीवन. सो इट्स वेरी इजी टू मिसगाइड कलियुग का जीवन. एंड यू सी इन Kaikeyi's life there was one Manthara, and when it comes to our life there's so many Mantharas. There are people who come and speak ill about devotional service. कभी कभी तो घर वाले ही बोलते हैं इतना भक्ति नहीं करना चाहिए, इस्कॉन में तो बिल्कुल मत जाओ. Yesterday I was hearing from one person, इस्कॉन में तो बिल्कुल वो लोग ब्रेन वॉशिंग करते हैं. उनके पास बहुत पैसा है, इधर का उधर करते हैं. अरे बहुत पैसा तो छोटे हॉल में बैठते हैं हम लोग. And so many things people speak. And you know, we have personally seen from many years, I have myself seen very sincere people who are coming every session, sitting in front, making notes. Such sincere people, when they come in touch with such poisonous people, they deviate from bhakti and they start doing nonsensical activities. This is outsiders. Abhi ghar wale. When the family members start seeing that, oh, this person is doing more and more bhakti, they start telling, नहीं इतना नहीं करना चाहिए. Reduce it. Already कलयुग में भक्ति करना मुश्किल है, उसके ऊपर से ऐसा प्रोत्साहन, ऐसा encouragement, भक्ति कम करो. Just imagine what would happen. And these are still personalities. But nowadays people don't spend much time with people. People spend time on their mobile. Yes. And all glories to all those babas and all those sadhus and whoever, all those dongis who have their videos after videos. भगवत गीता पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं है. भगवत गीता तो अंदर है, अंदर. I remember I had gone to some place that invited me to give a session. Anyways, I'll tell. Brahma Kumaris had invited me to give a session. It was on Gita Jayanti. They asked me to give a Bhagavad Gita class. And then there were 4 speakers. I was one of them. And one person who spoke after me, she was a lady. And she was saying, because I established from Bhagavad Gita various principles of the supremacy of Krishna. Then she started speaking. कि हम सब भगवान हैं. आप भगवान हो, आप भगवान हो, आप भगवान हो. And I was just sitting beside her and I was doing like this. But I cannot do anything. I'm representing his concept. I just said, okay, Hare Krishna. Tu mil baad mein dekhta hu main tujhe. And you know, after that, she started saying that मैंने कभी भगवद गीता पढ़ा नहीं है और वैसे पढ़ने की भी जरूरत नहीं है. क्यों? वो अंदर से आता है, अंदर से. After the class finished and after the entire program finished, I went to her and I said, if you read Bhagavad Gita, some buddhi will come to you. Then you can speak the right thing. And before me, there was another person who spoke. You know what he said? भगवान कृष्ण को युद्ध भूमि पर ज्यादा समय नहीं था. There was not a lot of time with Krishna. So he spoke few verses on the battlefield of Kurukshetra and rest of the verses Vyasdev wrote. अभी सोचिए अगर कोई एकदम मंद आदमी बैठा है वो क्लास में जिसको कोई नॉलेज नहीं है गीता का. Can you imagine what would happen? He will believe that. And like this, many videos, many things are coming, and therefore the faith of people is spoiling. The next generation that is there, unke liye the source of knowledge is only social media. And they're seeing all that. And guess what? What is happening? These mantras, they are spoiling the faith of people. Do you all agree? This is exactly what is happening. Kaikeyi's faith was destroyed. And currently, in the modern age, people's faith is getting destroyed. Very much. To such an extent, in India, if someone is saying कि Bhagavad Gita क्यों believe करना चाहिए? Now this question itself is absurd in India. Outside people when they ask understood, कुछ knowledge नहीं है. But people taking birth in India, in blood there is faith in Indians. If that faith is getting poisoned, then you can imagine what is going on around. Very pathetic situation. Now guess what? What happened? Now whatever Manthara said, she just followed. Therefore, the first lesson for today is the bad association destroys our faith in devotional service. Very important. Fast forwarding the entire pastime. Kaikeyi asked 2 boons from Dasharath. What was that? First was, make Bharat the king of Ayodhya. Second, send Ram to 14 years of exile to the forest. These were the 2 boons. And Dasharath, with a heavy heart, he did not want to give, but what to do? Lord Ram was called, this was told to Lord Ram को कुछ फर्क ही नहीं. When he went to Kaushalya to take blessings, so Kaushalya was so happy, tomorrow you are going to be enthroned as a king of Ayodhya, the future king. And at that time, Lord Ram said, थोड़ा सा प्लान में चेंज हुआ है माता. Instead of Ayodhya, my father is giving me entire forest. Now I'm not just the king of Ayodhya, I'll be the king of entire forest. Lord Ram was very peaceful. And he, Sita Maya and Lakshman, they started out of Ayodhya. All the Ayodhya Vasis were going behind him. Can you imagine the painful situation? And all this happened that they reached the forest. Message was sent to Bharat. And Bharat was called immediately. Jald se jald pahunchi Ayodhya. You know why? Because Dasharath Maharaj died in separation from Lord Ram. To be frank, हम कभी समझ ही नहीं पाएंगे what do you mean by true love. नहीं समझ पाएंगे हम. True love is only between God and his devotee. And Dasharath here is a devotee. And Lord Ram is God himself. And the Lord and his devotee, they have so much of love for each other. And a devotee who is completely surrendered, his love cannot be calculated at all. And Dasharath Maharaj, he had intense love for Lord Ram. And as soon as he heard that Lord Ram has left Ayodhya, his heart was breaking. And in that pangs of separation, Dasharath Maharaj left his body. Now message was sent to Bharat, but कुछ नहीं बोलना, ऐसे कहा था messengers को. Don't tell him what's the reason. And only thing that was told to Bharat was, you're called immediately, come fast. And when Bharat entered or he came close to Ayodhya, it was seen, Bharat is seeing that the entire Ayodhya is no more Ayodhya, but it's turned into crematorium. Everyone is sad and no energy, no enthusiasm. And he could make out, kuch to problem hai yahan, something has happened. He immediately came or immediately ran to his father's palace. Father was not there. He immediately went to his mother's palace, Kaikeyi. And there in that place, Kaikeyi was very happy. And Kaikeyi said, oh, my dear son, you have come, so wonderful. And he is asking, Ma, where is Papa? Where is my father? He's not seen. And then Kaikeyi said, because Lord Ram is exiled to forest for 14 years, your father couldn't bear the separation and he left his body. And he started crying. He fainted immediately. When he got up, he asked, Ma, what was the reason? Why? Why was Ram exiled? Lord Ram was exiled to forest for 14 years. And Kaikeyi, as if she is going to get a lot of praise from Bharat, she said, it was my plan. My plan. And she said that your father had given me 2 boons. And you know what? The first boon that I asked, beta, first boon that I asked was, you should become the king. And second boon that I asked was, I know very well you will not rule the kingdom if Ram is there. Second boon that I asked was, exile Ram to forest for 14 years. I don't know if Kaikeyi was doing this or not because of me. And Bharat, he went crazy hearing this. His eyes turned red. And he shouted at Kaikeyi, you mad lady? You don't understand what you have done. This is the greatest stupidity that you have done. And without any delay, Bharat, he told his mother, you feel that I'll sit on the throne and rule this kingdom? No ways. I will go on behalf of Ram and I will remain in the forest for 14 years and I'll get back Ram and put him on the throne. He immediately started. In few days, all the things were done. Last rites of Dashrath was done. Entire army was ready. Everyone was ready. When everyone got to know that Bharat wants to go and get back Lord Ram, everyone was very happy. But before that, everyone was thinking it was the plan of Bharat. And finally, Bharat reached the place where Ram, Lakshman, Sita were there. And you know what happened there? Bharat tried convincing Ram as much as possible, but kya kare? Ram is Maryada Purushottam. He is not going to listen. He has decided means he has decided. Now I was asking this question in one of the class that what should have Dashrath done when Kaikeyi asked these 2 boons? What do you all think? What should have Dashrath done? When Kaikeyi said, I want Bharat to become the king, Ram should be exiled to forest. What should have Dashrath done at that time? Okay. Any other suggestion? Refuse to give the vow, okay? Fulfill the vow. One of the devotees was saying, he should have broken his vow. Broken his vow. Then I was telling that, see, we Kaliyuga Jivas can never understand what do you mean by taking a vow. हमारा तो बस आज ले लिए कल. Sometimes devotees take, I'll chant 1 round of Hare Krishna every day. And after few days you ask, are you chanting? प्रभु जी वो नहीं हो पा रहा है. अरे वाव लिए थे, वो चलता है प्रभु जी, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? You see, for us we'll not understand that. So when Lord Ram is taking a vow, you can just imagine what does it mean. And we understand very clearly that when Bharat went there, he's convincing Ram is not getting convinced. And Lord Ram, finally on the request of Bharat, he wore the paduka that he had got and he gave back to Bharat. And guess what? Bharat carried those padukas back to his place. He never entered Ayodhya, he stayed outside Ayodhya. And the only thing that the Bharat did was, on behalf of Lord Ram, he was ruling the kingdom. And every day he would give a report. To whom? To the padukas of Lord. For Bharat, those padukas were Lord Ram. And his entire life was centered around Lord Ram. Whatever he was doing it for the pleasure of Lord Ram. This is how devotees are. Devotees always do anything and everything only for the pleasure of the Lord. और किसी के लिए नहीं करते, खुद के लिए तो बिल्कुल नहीं करते. It's only all about giving pleasure to Krishna, giving pleasure to Ram. This is the only thing that the devotees do. And this is a very important lesson that all of us can learn from Bharat Maharaj, that how we should do our duties keeping Lord as the center of our life. We should do our duties, no doubt, but it should be done keeping the Lord as the center of our life for His pleasure. जो कुछ भी कर रहे हैं उनके सुख के लिए, उनके संतुष्टि के लिए. Very, very important. So in this way, Bharat Maharaj, he lived for those 14 years. Can you imagine his thought process? When he heard that Ram is going to sleep on the bare floor on the forest, he dug a hole and he was living in that hole, in that cave. He was sleeping on the bare floor. He was also not wearing clothes. He was wearing clothes like a forest dweller. He was not eating cooked food. He was also eating the same roots and fruits what Lord Ram would be eating. This was the mode of Bharat. This was the mode of Bharat. And this is the teaching of Srila Prabhupada for all of us. That whatever you cook, the sattvic food, offer it to Krishna and then eat. Because finally He is the master, no? He is the master. Just imagine that you have a maid servant in your house and you have hired her for cooking. She cooks nice food and then she sits on the dining table with that and she serves herself, she eats. And the remaining thing that she says, Main sahab aap dekhiye, bhai sahab khana aapko kha lijiye. How will you feel? Just think about it. How will you feel? So what is the expectation? She is cooking. So who is the master of the house? The person, whoever, one of you. So what is the expectation? She should serve the master first. And whatever remains, she should eat that. Yes or no? Correct? Same thing is with us. We are finally whom? We are servants of Lord. Jivera Swarup Hoy Krishnera Nityadas. We are servants of the Lord. And therefore, the first thing that has to be done is serve the Lord. And the remnants are had as prasad. You see? Therefore, Srila Prabhupada gave us this very important teaching. Whatever we are doing, first it has to be offered to the Lord, and the remnants has to be accepted as prasad. And in that way, the person will get closer to the Lord and remain free from all the sins. So this is a very, very important lesson. Do your duties keeping Lord in the center of life. So 2 lessons we have learned till now. First one. Bad association ठीक है और क्या? Along with that, I put something. Bad association destroys one's faith. Second, do your duties, keeping Lord in the center of life. Again, fast forwarding the entire pastime. Lord Ram, Mother Sita, Lakshman, they were there in one place. And there comes a very beautiful lady. Who was that? Surpanakha. She goes to Ram and she proposes Lord Ram. You're so handsome. I'm so beautiful. We are made for each other. Please accept me. And Lord Ram said, see, I've taken Eka Patni Vrata and my wife is here, so I cannot marry you. My brother is there. See, he's also very handsome. He has not taken Ek Patni Vrata and his wife is not here. Go and try. And she goes to Lakshman and she is proposing Lakshman. And Lakshman is saying, see, I cannot accept you. I'm here to serve my Lord. You can go and ask my Lord. And like this, both of them, they're playing football with Surpanakha. Yes. And finally she got angry and she came in her original demoniac rupa and she went to kill Sita. Just imagine if someone is going to kill Mother Sita, how can Lord Ram resist or tolerate that? He immediately just hinted Lakshman, and what did Lakshman do? He removed the sword and cut the nose and the ears of Surpanakha. You see, one thing is very clear. Whatever is there inside, in critical situation, that's what will come outside. When Surpanakha was cornered and pressurized, immediately she came to her original demoniac form. Many times when it comes to all of us also, we are very good at acting in drama. You see? Outside, how we are, no one will know. But here when we come in the association devotee, something happens when we enter this door. Naturally the palms join and very humble, Hare Krishna. And outside पिटाई करके आ रहेंगे किसी का. And many times, at least this I have seen many times, not once or twice. Now when I'm telling the wife that you're so fortunate to have such a sadhu husband, he's so wonderful. And the wife is saying, प्रभु जी घर पे आके देखिए थोड़ा. सब साधुत्व दिखेगा इनका. So actually, we have these multiple faces that we have, yeah? In the association of devotees, we are something. Outside, we are something. I have personally seen my own students. When I am there, they're completely different. Ekdam humble, very nice. And then, when I'm not there and चुपके से मैं observe करता हूँ कभी-कभी, then I see all demonic qualities are out. Yes? So what to do? We have those demons inside, isn't it? And trust me, whatever is inside, that's what will come out in the critical situation when we are pressurized. Therefore we say, when we press the mango, orange juice comes out. Correct? हाँ बोल रहे लोग. अरे सुनो, ध्यान से सुनो क्या बोल रहा हूँ. When we press the mango, orange juice comes out. Correct? What will come out? Simple. Mango juice will come out. Yes. Similarly, if garbage is there inside, and when we are pressed, what will happen? Garbage will only come out. Yes. But you know what? That garbage has been accumulated from many, many lifetimes. Many, many lifetimes. When it comes to Hanuman, when he was asked, do you have Sita and Ram in your heart? He opened and he showed. He showed in the entire assembly. Everyone could see that Lord Ram and Mother Sita were there in his heart. Just imagine if someone says, Prabhu, open your heart and show what is there in your heart. Just imagine if you open our heart, the only thing that will come is kachara. And that will fill the entire, inundate the entire world. We have so much of contamination in the heart. And there is only one way to remove that, and that is spiritual practice. How much ever we hide, how much ever we act, the original roop will come whenever we are pressurized. Whenever we are pressurized. And you know what? Krishna arranges specific situations in our life just to remove or show the entire world what we are within. That's what happened in Krishna Lila also. One very beautiful lady entered to feed milk to Krishna. Who was she? Putana. And what happened? When Krishna was sucking the breast of Putana, when he was sucking the milk and the poison and the life air of Putana, she couldn't bear. And literally she was so beautifully dressed that everyone around were thinking, oh, she's goddess of fortune coming from Vaikuntha. उनके हाथ में लोटस भी था, ऐसे ऐसे हिला के आ रही थी वो. Yes. So everyone was thinking, oh, she's goddess Lakshmi only. But guess what happened? When she was pressurized, she was not able to bear the pain, her original roop manifested. Ugly, huge, demoniac Putana. Same thing will happen. Therefore, we always say that it's the time to remove the garbage. Better late than never. And it's a very, very important thing to note that whenever we are in some situation where we are pressurized or we are cornered, that is the time when we actually build the trust of people on ourselves. How we react at that time is going to decide how much people are going to trust us or what feelings they're going to have towards us or what faith they're going to have towards us. Very, very important thing. Very, very important thing. Therefore, bhakti is not optional. Many times people think bhakti is optional. Bhakti is not optional. Bhakti is mandatory for everyone. Chanting Hare Krishna is not optional. Chanting Hare Krishna is mandatory for everyone, because only by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, the heart will be cleansed. And even in the most critical time of our life, we will still remain divine and not become demoniac. How many of you are chanting Hare Krishna every day on beats? Raise your hands. और बाकी लोग वेट कर रहे किसी मुहूर्त का. हाँ? It's very, very important to chant every day. Every day. And because Surpanaka is there inside. She will manifest out and will be literally humiliated. Therefore, the third lesson that I would like to put forward is situations will bring out our real nature. So better we reform our nature than getting humiliated in critical situations. So, three lessons we have seen till now. The first one is थोड़ा जोर से बोलिए, गलत नहीं बोल रहे आप लोग. Yes, the bad association will destroy one's faith in bhakti especially. Second, do your duties, keeping Lord in the center of life. And the third one is, situations will bring out our real nature. Sita gets kidnapped after some time by Ravan. She's taken away. Lord Ram is crying in separation from Sita. And finally he reaches a place called Dandakaranya. Not Dandakaranya, Kishkinda. And there he meets the king of monkeys, and his name was Sugriva. And they had a pact that you help me to get my wife, I'll help you to get your wife. Because Sugriva also had lost his wife, because Vali had taken his wife. And here, Ravan had taken the consort of Lord Ram, and that is Mother Sita. So Sugriva, he divided his entire team into four. And in four directions they were sent. North, west, east and south. And the southern direction, the team was very strong. In that team, Hanuman was there. Angad was there. Neela, Jambavan, all of them, they were there. And after searching for a long time, almost for a month, when they realized Sita is not found, they were all morose. They were sitting at one place. They were discussing, अगर खाली हाथ जाएंगे बिना इंफॉर्मेशन का, Sugriva will kill us. Better we fast and die here only. वैसे ही मरना ही है. Why go and die there? We'll die here only. And at that time, there was a personality called Sampati. Sampati was brother of Jatayu. So this Sampati, again long past time cut short, he gave them the information that Sita is there on the other side. Mother Sita is on the other side of the ocean. I can see her. She is in Lanka. Everyone was ecstatic. अभी ऐसा डिस्कशन चल रहा था कि कौन जाएगा उस पर? Who can go? Jambavan is saying, जब मैं जवान था तो मैं जा पाता, लेकिन अभी मैं नहीं जा सकता. I cannot go. And then other personalities started saying, I can just jump 10 yojanas, 20 yojanas. Some said 50 yojanas, some said 80 yojanas. But the distance was 100 yojanas. 100 yojanas means 800 miles. And monkeys cannot fly, monkeys can only jump. So finally, Jambavan was that person who guided Hanuman, who inspired Hanuman and told him that you can actually jump, you have the power. And guess what? What happened after that? By the guidance of Jambavan and inspiration of Jambavan, Hanuman jumped across the ocean and gave the message to Sita. This is such an important lesson, by the way. Such an important lesson. Jambavan is that personality who represents Guru, Sadhu and Shastra. When we are practicing devotional service, for sure, each and every one of us will go through that low phase of life. And sometimes there's a great probability of deviating from bhakti also. Great probability. वैसे भी हमारी आदत है यहाँ वहाँ सुन के भक्ति करना. And there's a great probability that we will deviate. And you know, at that time, when we are in doubt, like Hanuman was in doubt, when we are in doubt, what will actually come for our rescue is Guru, Sadhu and Shastra. Therefore, whatever information we want about devotional service, that has to be taken from the Shastra first, that is Vedic scriptures. How will we get knowledge from Vedic scriptures? What are the different ways? Simple. First is reading. Yes, we have to read. Second, hearing. Yes, hearing from the personalities who are realized, who have read it. So these are the two important things which comes in the category called Shravanam. So when we do Shravanam, naturally we will get the wisdom from the Vedic scriptures. Either we read or hear. The best is we do both. We read also and we hear also. And this is a very, very important thing. Very, very important thing. Many times it feels so sad, so sad, that in India, now in the current modern age, people don't know what is the content of Bhagavad Gita. Sometimes people say, Bhagavad Gita mein diya hai, kaam karte raho. आगे नहीं, इतना ही. कहाँ पढ़े? व्हाट्सएप, इंस्टा, काम करते रहो. See, it's very, very important to note, life manual is given to us. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. And it's our duty to read. Sometimes it is so pathetic. Devotees who are chanting Hare Krishna from a long time, they also don't read Prabhupada books. And if you ask, Prabhuji, time nahi hai. So it's a very, very important point to note that unless and until we don't have knowledge from Shastra, we cannot lead a peaceful, flawless devotional life. And forget about guiding people. Forget about that. No question of guiding people. Even if we guide, we'll guide people in a wrong way. Therefore, here it's a very, very important point to note. That is, guide will guide us. And who is the guide here? Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. And anyone who is knowing about this trio, that person cannot be cheated. Say some person whom you have accepted as Guru, say he is telling something which is not proper, and say you have some Shastric knowledge, immediately you can make out ye galat bol raha hai. You will not get cheated then. And say you have the knowledge that what previous acharyas have told, what sadhus have told in the past, immediately you will find out, oh, this is wrong, this is not proper. This is called as a trio of spiritual life, Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. And one should read the Shastra very nicely to understand the same. Yes? So in this way, this is the lesson 4 that we take it for today. That is, the guide will guide us. And the guide is Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. Guru means spiritual master. Sadhu means the previous acharyas in the parampara. And Shastra means the Vedic scriptures. Now when Hanuman came back with the message that Mother Sita is there on the other side, guess what happened? Everyone was enthusiastic. Lord Ram was so happy. So happy. And the entire Vanar Sena headed by Lord Ram started towards Lanka. नहीं, अभी लंका कैसे जाएंगे? They can come only till the shore of the ocean. And finally they came there. In fact, the journey from that forest to that place is so wonderful. Lord Ram is walking and all the monkeys, they're so happy. Forest के बीच से जा रहे हैं ना. They are all happy, jumping on the trees, getting fruits, eating the fruit, jumping on this branch, that branch, jumping over Lord Ram, sometimes jumping this side of Ram, that side of Ram. You can just imagine the entire scene. Therefore they are called as monkeys. And Lord Ram with this entire Vanar Sena went towards the ocean. And now the question comes, how will cross the ocean? And as all of us know, the great bridge was built. Now see, when it comes to Lord Ram, he could have just built the bridge like this. When this question was asked that, how was entire creation created? You know what does Vedic scripture say? Sa aikshata. Lord glanced and the creation happened. Now just imagine Lord Ram is standing on the shore. He just glances on that with the mood or with the desire that the bridge should come here. Don't you think that the bridge will come there? Yeah. Second thing to note. Say Lord Ram desires, let the ocean dry up. Bas, puss, all the water is up. Won't that happen? Okay, forget about that. In Krishna Leela, when the entire Yamuna was overflooding and Vasudeva was carrying baby Krishna with him, what happened at that time? Yes, the path was made. And it is described, the description is so beautiful. The waters came up like wall. And in between, Vasudeva is walking with the baby Krishna. ये भी हो सकता था ना? But no. Here Lord Ram wanted to give the credit to all the Vanar Sena. And guess what? Lord Ram instructed them to get all the stones and other paraphernalia to make the entire bridge. It's so wonderful to note that Lord Chaitanya has told, Prithvite ache jata nagradi gram sarvatra prachar vaibe mora naam. When Lord Chaitanya has told, who is Krishna himself in the age of Kali, that Krishna consciousness will spread in every nook and corner of the entire world, it is anyways going to happen. Anyways it's going to happen. But when it comes to how it will happen, it is told that Jare dekho tare kaho Krishna upadesh. Each and every one of us have to preach. I bataiye, is it needed that we have to preach? If Krishna desire, he is there as Paramatma in everyone's heart. He'll change everyone's heart immediately. And in no time they'll become pure devotees. But Krishna wants to take the help of Vanar Sena. All of us. We are not less than Vanar Sena. We also keep jumping from one place to another to another. Yes? And guess what? So wonderful. Anyways, it's going to happen. The only thing that we have to do is just participate like this Vanar Sena did and get the glory. Now when the question is asked, who built the Ram Setu? Naturally the answer comes, the monkeys built the Ram Setu. And in future when it will be asked, who made the entire world Krishna conscious? Or limiting to this place, who made this entire Kagdaspura Krishna conscious? What will the answer? I will not say the monkeys of the Kagdaspura center. The devotees of Kagdaspura center made it. Yes? But all the credits to Lord, because Krishna Shakti Vina Nahitar Pravartan, without the Shakti given by Krishna, we cannot do anything. But there was something that happened while building that entire Ram Setu. This is a pastime which is known to everyone, including the devotees and the newcomers. But it's very, very hope-giving for our practice of devotional service. There were many, many people participating in the construction of Ram Setu. Personalities like Hanuman were involved, and also personalities like squirrels were involved. Once Hanuman was getting the big boulder, big stone, and the squirrel was getting the small stones. Abhi bataiye, the small stones are of what use? Squirrel kitna bada stone leke aa sakta hai? Tell me. Yes, small. And she will come and she will throw the stone, and how does it really make a difference that stone is there on the bridge or not there? But Hanuman, he was getting big, big boulders. Angad, Neela, all of them were getting big, big boulders and they're putting. That was actually constructing the bridge. But once when Hanuman was getting the big boulder and the squirrel was there in between, holding a little tiny stone, and she was walking towards the ocean to put it. At that time, Hanuman came from me, hey, hut! This stone is more important. And who was watching all this? Lord Ram was watching all this. When Lord Ram saw this entire thing, he called Hanuman, he called the squirrel, and holding the squirrel in the hand, he said, Hanuman, I am pleased with you because you are serving according to your capacity. And you know what, Hanuman? I am pleased with the squirrel also because the squirrel is serving according to her capacity. In this world, we cannot please everyone. In fact, I can make the statement boldly, we cannot please anyone. Can we please anyone in this world? Prabhuji, can you please wives at home? They're all scared, sorry. Mataji, can you please your husbands at home? Yes. Even if the spouses, they stay together for decades together, still they both remain unsatisfied. I was asking one of my relatives who were celebrating their 30th marriage anniversary. I asked, so were you able to understand your husband? And she said, no, he's not able to, he cannot be understood. As if he's Krishna from spiritual world, that he cannot be understood. He cannot be understood. And when I asked him, no, she cannot be understood. When there's no question of understanding, where is the question of satisfying each other? Literally, we cannot actually satisfy anyone in this world. And even if we try our best, our entire life, doing everything meticulously, still there will be people who will try to find the fault and saying, ye theek nahi tha. And you'll be like, itna kiya maine, aapko yehi dikh raha hai sirf. Many times this happens in different programs also, where everything went well, some small thing and people point out that only. What to do? Satisfaction is very difficult for a Jivatma. Therefore, one thing which we have to literally think about today, which is the last lesson for today, that we have to ask this question, that my entire life I'm spending to please those people who can never be pleased. Who can never be pleased. But I'm not spending enough time to please that personality who will be pleased even with my smallest of service. You know what? Krishna will be pleased, Lord Ram will be pleased with any small service that we do sincerely to him. Because finally he's Bhavagrahi Janardhana. Okay, let me ask you a question. This was asked to me in one of the class, so I'll ask you. Let me see what's the answer. Say one person is starting from his house and he's getting fruits and flowers with a mood that today there's Ram Navami celebration. I'll offer that to Lord Ram. And on the way, when he's crossing the highway, a car comes and hits him and he dies there on the spot. Now tell me, the offerings that he was getting, is that offered to Lord or not? Is it offered to Lord or not? Think and answer. Huh? Lord has accepted? As soon as we think sincerely that this is the offering for my Lord that gets offered to the Lord, that's the glory of the Lord. और हमारा offering कैसे होता है? एकदम चिंदी. What offering we do? Tell me. What offering we do? छोटा सा इतना कुछ बना के something we offer. See, Lord has his consort as Lakshmi Devi, Srimati Radharani, the supreme goddess of fortune. And you know what? Srimati Radharani till date has never repeated any recipe. Always new recipes. बताइए अभी. What can we offer to Krishna? And just imagine Srimati Radharani cooking and then offering it to Krishna. Don't you think that will be the most tastiest thing ever? Yes. तभी बताइए हमारा offering उनके सामने क्या रहेगा मतलब? So does that mean Krishna rejects our offering? हट निकल यहाँ से. Does he reject like that? He accepts. He accepts our offering because he sees that this Jivatma, according to his capacity, he is cooking something or offering me something. I'll accept that offering because that offering is with devotion. So Krishna sees the capacity. One devotee was really a senior devotee, very much in anxiety. That I'm not able to do enough devotional service, my body is not supporting me, what to do? See, our 100% are different. Your 100% will be different from his 100%. The squirrel's 100% was different as compared to Hanuman's 100%. Since both of them gave 100%, Lord Ram was pleased. And similarly, all of us sitting here, our 100% are different. And if we give our 100% according to our capacity, Krishna will be pleased, Lord Ram will be pleased. And literally, in our life, if we can please someone, it's only our Lord. We cannot please any mortal being in this world. We cannot. I can give you in writing. Because all of us, when someone is doing something for us, you know what happens? Expectation increases. Expectation increases. And when that expectation is not fulfilled, the naturally becomes sad. And the worst part in the Kali Yuga Jivas is, we don't remember who has done what for us. And the only thing that we ask is, क्या किया तूने मेरे लिए? Can you imagine when old parents are asked this question by the young kids, what have you done for me? Can you imagine? What will the parents do? They'll list down, I change your diaper 100 times. They'll tell all that. Can you imagine? What can they say? Because this is what is the thing. But you know what? When it comes to Supreme Lord, He does not forget even one service that we have rendered to Him. All these bhoga offerings that you people have got today, you might forget that 2024 Ram Navami, what you got for offering for the Lord. But after 30 years or whatever, whenever you are on the deathbed, yes, at that time if you are asked, what did you get 2024 Ram Navami? You might not remember, but you know what? Lord will remember. Forget about you cooking with so much of love and devotion and getting it. Even one tulsi leaf that we have offered to the Lord, He remembers that. This is so hope-giving, so hope-giving. Therefore, in this life, if we can please someone, it's only Lord. We can please the Lord by smallest of our endeavors, but mortal beings cannot be pleased in this world. So this is the fifth lesson for today, and that is only Lord can be pleased by our endeavors and not others. Okay, let's revise all the 5 lessons for today. First, bad association destroys one's faith in devotion, in the Lord, in the devotees. Second, do your duties, keeping Lord in the center of life. ये हमेशा खुद को याद दिलाना है. Lord is the center of my life. Let me serve Him. Third, situations will bring out our real nature. Before we get humiliated, better we transform our nature by doing devotional service. That is bhakti. Fourth, guide will guide us. Who is that guide? Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. And finally, the fifth one is only Lord can be pleased by our endeavors, no one else. Only Lord will remember whatever we have offered to Him. Only Lord is that person who will reciprocate for anything small that we have done to Him. Therefore, finally, the last thing that I would like to say is this human form is very rare. Let's utilize it to serve the Lord and finally enter His eternal service in the spiritual world back home, back to Godhead. Thank you very much. Shri Ram Navami Mahotsav ki Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for such a wonderful presentation on Lord Ram and the quality and lessons we learned from Rama. Okay, before going ahead, if any of you have any questions, please pose them.
Raise your hands. How many of you have questions? She raised. Who else? Okay, two.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Hare
Hare Krishna.
It was a very wonderful session. Thank you so much. I wanted to know that how we know that we are giving 100%.
Okay, how we are giving 100%? Such a wonderful question. See, one thing is there that when we are endeavoring, normally a prerequisite to answer your question. Normally what we do is we always focus on the result and we endeavor. When we don't get result, we are not satisfied. Yes. But with time, when we practice that I have endeavored for the pleasure of the Lord, even if result doesn't come, it's okay. So when that mood comes, with that mood when we start endeavoring, then we can understand if we are given 100% or not. But as of now, our endeavor and the result are very much connected now. Because we're tightly connected. Because we don't endeavor without understanding what will I get. Yes. So as of now, at this point of time, to understand that have I given my 100% is a bit difficult. But surely we can understand in one way, because at times we will not be satisfied. First. Other times we will be burnt out. So through experimental endeavors, we can make out when I'm not satisfied, it means I'm not given 100%. At least outside it will be difficult, maybe in your office or outside. But at least in the devotional circles, we should be having these two analyses. Am I satisfied by doing this? If the answer is no, then we have to put endeavors more. And when we get burnt out by doing something, it means yes, I've gone too much above that I can do. So we limit ourselves. And with time, at least I have seen those devotees who are experienced are able to make out what is their 100%. And they do that much and they're satisfied. Make sense? There's someone who was saying. आप लोग हर क्लास ऐसे ही एकदम अटेंटिवली सुनते हैं सो वंडरफुल हाँ आई एम इंस्पायर्ड ऑल ऑफ यू कोई सोया नहीं क्लास में
हरे कृष्ण
हरे कृष्ण धन्यवाद
बहुत अच्छा लेक्चर था धन्यवाद
धन्यवाद
एक्चुअली प्रश्न था आपने बोला कि महाराज जो राम जी के पिता हैं
दशरथ महाराज
उन्होंने हर बार शादी के जब परशुराम जी आ रहे थे तो why doesn't it similarly applies to Janak Maharaj when it was a parallel time? Then why didn't Janak Maharaj marry or what did he do in that case?
Oh, I have not read about that to be frank. Yeah, I have not read that why what happened to Janak. Janak Maharaj का मैं उतना दिया भी नहीं है वैसे. Dashrath Maharaj was since the father of the hero, some things are given, but Janak Maharaj I don't know. You know, bro? Janak Maharaj.
And I had one more question. Like, why did Ram ask Lakshmana to cut the nose of Shurpanakha instead of he doing it by himself?
Oh. Now, what is the Shastric reason? I have to think about it. Yeah. See, one point which we see is that Lakshman is Guru Tattva. Yes. And Guru is the one who corrects the disciple. Guru is the one who corrects the living entity, Jivatma. So understanding that on those lines I can answer saying he gave the punishment. He tried correcting her as a Guru Tattva. So when it comes to the Lord, he empowers the Guru to do the needful and train the disciple so that the disciple can serve the Lord better. And here Lakshman was doing that role. Yeah, makes sense?
Yes.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Prabhuji don't have question. Prabhuji is satisfied. Yes.
Hare Krishna. So, here we thank Prabhu, for this such an enlightening session from the core of our heart by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra for you. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Now, this activity done. Okay. Now we will be dividing ourselves into 6 different groups. Okay. Not 6, 5 different